Mercer. The voice sliced through his workbench comms, lilting an alien laced with certainty. Station alarms wailed in response, sharp bursts echoing down the salvage bay corridors. Cal's hand froze mid-weld on the hull patch. His riggers clattered to the deck. Unregistered docking ping lit his console. Alien shuttle, clamped hard to his personal dock. No clearance, no hail from station control. He slapped the airlock seal. Inner door hissed shut, lights flashing red. Identify, he barked into the comm. This dock's private. Metal groaned outside. Magnetic clamps released with a thud. His outer hatch cycled. Override code pulsing on his panel. Impossible. He'd locked it triple. The inner door pressurized. A figure tumbled through in full enviro suit. Helmet fogged. Alien contours sleek under reinforced plating. She yanked the seal behind her. Alarms spiked louder. Station security now. Pinging his location. Cal grabbed his breather mask and hard suit from the rack. Who the hell? She popped her helmet. Violet skin, ridged brow, eyes like polished obsidian locked on him. A thin scar traced her jaw, familiar from years back. She pulled a worn token from her suit pouch. His escape pod marker, etched with his initials bent from re-entry heat. Safi Vera, the girl from the Orion drift wreck, the one he'd shoved into that pod seat while he rode debris to the station. You kept it, he said, no question. Debt calls, she replied. Her standard was crisp, accented with clicks. We leave. Now. Station ping escalated to lockdown warning. Director Rusk's voice boomed over general comms. Mercer. Stand down. Unidentified vessel on your dock. Armed response en route. Do not engage. Cal's console lit with Rusk's face, hard eyes, station sec chief, treating him like yesterday's trash since the drift. Safi, they're 2 minutes out. Your shuttle's hot. She nodded, already at his workbench, slotted the token beside his tools. Keshtan holds orbit. We extract. Extract him? Cal's gut twisted. He'd salvaged wrecks for 5 years, kept his head down, no debts owed. But Rusk saw aliens as leverage, him as the weak link. One wrong move, and he'd be cellbound for harboring. Pursuit klaxons howled closer. Boots thumped in the corridor outside his bay. Safi's gauntlet clamped his arm. Suit. Move. He yanked on the hard suit, seals snapping tight. She dragged him into the narrow corridor toward his salvage runner's hatch. His ship, the Drift Fox, hummed ready, always was for quick hauls. Rusk's team breached the bay door. Mercer, open up! Cal palmed the runner's lock. Safi slapped a palm-sized jammer to the bulkhead. It whirred, broadcasting white noise. The security pings flatlined. Choice, she said, eyes fierce. Arrest with them, or run with me. He stared. Rusk would spin this. Alien infiltration. Cal complicit. Years of quiet gigs gone. But Safi, she'd grown from scared wreck rat to operative, scarred, disciplined, repaying a seat with her life. Alarms screamed pursuit inbound. Trust her, or rot. Running. He growled. They piled into the Drift Fox. Cal punched engines hot. Docking clamps sheared free. The runner lurched into the station's shadow, station guns swiveling. Safi strapped in, co-pilot chair creaking under her frame. Keshtan vectors inbound. Hold course 047. Cal banked hard, weaving service gantries. Railgun fire scorched past. Rusk's turrets. Locked despite the jam. They're painting us. Your handler bailing? Her comm crackled, a deeper alien voice. Keshtan. Safi. Human viable? We commit no crew for ghosts. Viable, she snapped back. Mercer honors debts. Honor yours. Silence. Then. Vector confirmed. Burn. Cal's scanners blipped. Alien corvette dropping from stealth, weapons hot. Station fire intensified. Slugs pinging his hull. Compassionate human, Safi murmured, almost to herself. Saved me. No claim. He glanced. Her ridges flushed deeper violet. Respect. Alien style. Practical choice. Pod held one. Lie. She braced as he dodged. You chose me. Drift Fox shuddered. Rusk's voice cut through jammer static. Mercer, your station property. Surrender the Xeno. Cal flipped channels. Rusk, she's no threat. Stand down. Threats you. Salvage rat. Aliens don't dock for tea. Corvette swooped in, point defense shredding incoming fire. Keshtan's ship, sleek, angular, human tech, grafted on alien hulls. Grapples extended, Safi synced their navs. Clampin 30, trust the pull. Fire grazed his wing. Cal nursed power, lining up. Rusk's interceptors launched. 4 drones, closing fast. Token earned this, he asked, voice tight. She touched it, now clipped to her suit. Loyalty builds. Not words. Grapples locked. Driftfox yanked into the Corvette's bay. Drones splintered against shields. Cal killed engines. Bay doors sealed. Gravity normalized. Alien spin. Heavier pull. Keshtan strode in, towering. Scaled hide gleaming. 4 arms. 2 gripping pulse rifles. Eyes assessed Cal. Not hostile. Calculating. Human. You fly well, but sentiment risks my clan. Cal stood. Suit steaming. Not sentiment. Debt. Safi translated the nuance in Keshtan's rumble. A nod. He chose survival then. Chooses alliance now. Rusk's final hail buzzed. Mercer, you're burned. Every station from here to core. Call cut comms. Burned, yeah. But free. Keshtan waved them to the bridge. Station pursues. We jump. Human. Your skills salvage our wrecks. Cal met his gaze. Better than most. Safi fell in beside him, stride matching. Her hand brushed his arm. Brief, earned. Pursuit faded as the Corvette blurred to jump. Alarms, silenced, but scanners ping new contacts. Station reinforcements, or worse. Safi's eyes sharpened. They follow. Cal cracked knuckles. Then we outfly them. Debt repaid. Alliance forged. Chase just starting. Scanners screamed pursuit vectors. Cal yanked the aux console harness tight as Keshtan's forearms flew across the mainboard. Corvette engines thrummed, jump coils charging. Safi dropped a matte token into Cal's palm. Heavy alloy, etched with microfractures. Verify it, she said. Her scaled fingers brushed his glove. No plea in her voice. Fact. Cal slotted the token into his salvager's scanner rig, linked it to the Corvette's databanks. Hollow display flickered. Fracture patterns matched. Exact scars from his old ship's hull breach. Registry code Driftfox. 7. The pod he surrendered. Proof. She hadn't fabricated a debt. Confirmed, Cal said. He ejected the token, clipped it to his suit beside his own dog tags. Your move. Safi nodded once, pulled a sealed data chip from her harness, slid it across the console. Contract, sealed by Keshtan. Target, human captive. Black Site freighter Void Reaver. Coreward fringe, Director Havel Rusk's op. Cal's jaw tightened. Rusk, station security chief. The same bastard who'd burned his license after the wreck. Saw aliens as pawns, humans as expendable. Cal cracked the seal. Holo contract bloomed. Extraction cords, captive profile. Dr. Alara Voss, bioengineer. Leverage against fringe colonies. Timer. 48 hours to intercept before Void Reaver hit null space. No pay grid listed. Cal pushed the holo back. Terms first. What's the split? And why you? Clan Corvette ghosts anything short of a dreadnought? Keshtan rumbled without turning. 2 arms gripped throttles, eyes locked on the plot. Human competence noted, but Void Reaver lanes debris fields. My clan salvages hulls, not lives on timers. Sentiment sinks ships. Safi's gaze held Cal's. Steady. No flicker. I fly strike, but Blackside jams clan signatures. Yours reads neutral salvage, ghost in the lanes. Alone, I breach. Fail on exfil. Rusk's interceptors shred me. She tapped the token scar. Debt demands pair work. You pilot, I breach. Cal leaned back. Straps bit his shoulders as the Corvette banked hard. Drones on tail. Rusk's pack, closing to weapons range. Trust her? She'd pulled him from the bay, but debts cut both ways. He scanned the contract fine print. 6040 split, his favor. Clan backstop if breached. No betrayal clauses. Payment holds until exfil. Cal stabbed accept. Voss out. We split. You jam my tug. Deal voids. Done. Safi gripped his forearm. Firm, scaled palm warm through suit seals. Mutual now. Keshtan barked. Pursuit locks. Release grapples. Human. Your tug evades, cull unstrapped. Sprinted for the bay as corvette shuddered under fire. Bulkhead seals hissed open. Driftfox squatted there, his squat salvage tug scarred but primed. Grapples whined free. He vaulted the hatch, Safi on his heels. She sealed it behind them. Gravity shifted. Tug's lighter spin. Strap in. Cal dropped into the pilot couch. Fingers danced boards. Engines growled alive. Bay doors cracked. Void rushed in. Stars streaking. He punched thrust. Driftfox lurched free. Corvette peeling off decoy vector. Rusk's drones swarmed the plot. 4, now 6, station reinforcements. Lock-ons pinged. Cal rolled the tug, diving for the debris lane. Wrecked haulers tumbled ahead. Old warhulks from the fringe skirmish. Perfect veil. Safi manned the gunner's yoke. Debris dense. Shields hold? Watch. Cal wove the tug's prow through a spinning girder. Hull groaned. Sensors blanked station lock. Lane interference. Drones fired blind, bolts grazing armor. He nudged power to port thrusters, slingshotting around a derelict core. G-forces pinned them. One drone clipped wreckage, exploded. Safi nailed another. Pulse cannon spat green lances. 2 down. Cal grinned tight. Keep 'em off my 6. He threaded a needle. Tug skimmed a fuel pod carcass. Ejecta blooming. Final lock broke. Station vanished from scopes. Clear vector to jump point. Safi exhaled. Unstrapped. Handed him a stim tab. Rusk adapts. Void Dreaver. Next. Cal chewed the tab. Bitter kick. Scanners cleared. Driftfox hummed steady. Alliance tested. Det deeper now. Hours blurred. To jump. Driftfox slung into slipspace alone. SciFi's clan corvette shadowed parallel. Dark on scopes. Cal nursed the tug's coils. Eyes on the contract timer. 42 hours. Void Reaver plotted coreward. Black Sight runs hauling leverage like Voss. Rusk's game. Trade her for colony silence. Safi stirred from her jump couch. Unsealed a ration pack. Alien synth protein. Spiced. Pushed half to him. Eat. Trust builds on fuel.
He took it. Chewed.
Why Voss? Rusk grabs dozens. Her eyes narrowed. Vertical slits dilating. Voss mapped clan homeworlds. Rusk twists it for weapons. She lives. We map safe. You save her. Humans gain. Cal swallowed. Practical. No sob story. And you? Saved me once. Now this. Safi touched the token on his suit. Seat debt. Grew to blade debt. Clan honors choice. She flexed claws. Retracted now. Harmless. Keshtan tests. I prove. Plot pinged exit. Slipspace spat them into fringe void. Void Reaver loomed distant. Blocky freighter, no transponder, drone escorts orbiting. Debris lane choked approach. Mine relics, scuttled fighters. Cal goosed engines. Your breach plan? Safi patched clan feed. Keshtan's voice crackled. Jam window. 20 minutes. Human pilot's lane. Safi boards amidships. Extract Voss from hold 3. No crew risk. Copy. Cal cut in. Tug draws drones. You ghost in. Safi suited up. Stealth weave shimmering. Grapnel launcher primed. Loyalty lanes clear. He matched her stride to the airlock. Tug shuddered into debris. Drones stirred. Vectors shifting. Cal fired decoys. Flares blooming. Safi cycled out. Jetpack whispered her into the murk. Driftfox danced. Drones locked. 3 heavies. Pulse heavy. Cal rolled under fire. Salvager arms snagging wreckage for shields. Bolt scorched wing. He counter-thrusted, ramming a drone into a mine husk. Bloom silenced it. Safi's feed patched, breached, guards down. Muffled thumps. Blade work. Cal's plot screamed. 4th drone. Cloaked, incoming torpedo. He dumped power to countermeasures, evading by a hair. Tug bucked. Hull integrity 78%. Hold 3 clear, Safi whispered. Voss secured. Exfil hot. Freighter alarms wailed. Escorts peeled from station vector. Rusk's reinforcements? No. Internal breach protocol. Drones swarmed Cal harder, launching. Safi said. 2 figures jetting. Her arm locked around Voss. Human woman limp in medgel. Cal burned toward pickup. Drones bracketed. He spun Driftfox. Grapples whipping out. Snagged Safi mid-void. Voss tumbled in after. Airlock slammed shut. Strap her! Cal yanked tug to flank speed. Debris swallowed them. Drones pursued, but lane jammed locks. Freighter fired blind. Capital bolts vaporized hulks. Safi sealed Voss into the medbay. Human vitals stabilized. Rusk hails. Incoming Cal jabbed the comms mute. The drift fox groaned under max thrust. Debris field clawing at the hull. Safi strapped Voss tighter into the medbay crash couch. Rusk wants her back. Leverage. Station brass always does. Cal scanned plots. 4 pursuit signatures. Rusk's gunships. Drone wing peeling off the freighter. Vectors closed fast. We jam lanes, lose them in the hulks. Her crest flared. Biolume ridges pulsing blue. Keshtan waits at rally point. Jump sync ready. Trust the line. Cal gripped controls. Trust. The word stuck like hull tar. 5 years back, he'd shoved her into that pod, vacuum kissing his faceplate as it sealed, lived on scraps since. Now, her line meant alien backup. Plots locked. Affirm. Safi patched feeds from her wrist rig. Alien glyphs overlaid his HUD. Optimal drifts through the scrap maze. Cold kill in 3. Driftfox ghosts. Pursuit fire stitched void. A bolt grazed shields. Alarms blaring. Cal rolled the tug. Salvager arms, snatching a freighter husk for cover. Dumping power. Engines wind down. Lights dimmed. Life support hummed low. Driftfox went cold. A dead rock tumbling into the freighter's old blind spot. A kilometer-wide debris knot. Sensor shadows thick. Gunships overshot. Scanners sweeping wide. Drones buzzed closer. LiDAR pinging. Safi crouched by Voss. Human woman, mid-30s, station tech by her jumpsuit patch. Bruises faded under medgel. Stable. Wakes soon. Good. Cal watched drone signatures flicker past. His hands itched for thrust. Quiet competence kept him alive. Hard boundaries. No debts. But Safi? She'd tracked him across sectors. Dragged him into the snatch. Repaying a seat. Action. Not words. Your handler. Keshtan. What's the play? Shipmaster honors debts. She tapped her rig. Tight beam pinged out. Crew skilled at void hunts. We sink jumps. Vanish. Rusk's hail broke through jam. Mercer, you stole station property. Cut drift and respond or we slag you. Cal smirked. Property. Voss twitched in gel. Eyes fluttering. He unmuted. Rusk. She's no property. Freighter slavers had her caged. Liability talking. Ditch the Xeno. Bring her in. We negotiate. Safi's ridges darkened. Cal muted again. He'll paint us hostile. Drift held. Drone circled back, one locking faint heat trace. Cal's pulse spiked. We move. Safi nodded. Grapnel to Keshtan's shadow runner. Pull Voss across. Hard no. Tug-to-tug void walk. One puncture. All dead. But plots showed no clear burn. Gunships tightened net. Your jetpack haul 2, 3, if pressed. She primed grapnel from locker. Mag seal clicking. Loyalty lanes clear. Cal hauled Voss onto his shoulder. Limp weight dragged. Safi sealed her own suit. Crests folding under helmet. Airlock cycled. Void bit. They jetted low. Driftfox tumbling cover. Debris loomed. Twisted girders, mine husks. Rusk's drones lit flares, closing. Safi fired first grapnel. Cable whipped to a shadowed wreck. Cal followed. Thrusters whispering. Pursuit LiDAR swept inches away. Gunship beam vaporized a hulk behind them. Shockwave tumbled Cal. He stabilized. Voss clutched tight. Contact! Keshtan's runner ghosted from shadow. A sleek alien cutter, hull weave bending light. Bay doors irised. Safi reeled in, hauling Voss last leg. Cal covered, pistol barking silent bolts at a drone. It shredded, shrapnel pinging suits. Runner's mag field snagged them. Doors slammed. Cal hit deck. Voss tumbling beside. Airlock pressurized. Alien air hit. Ozone tang. Thicker gravity. Safi yanked helmet. Clear. Figures approached. Keshtan loomed. Scaled. Four-armed. Captain's braid glinting. Eyes locked Cal's. Human. Seat debt paid. Cal stood. Boundaries flexing. Debts mutual now. He checked Voss. chest rising steady. Rusk's voice crackled over open channel. Mercer, final warning. Keshtan slashed a claw. Comms died. Jump prepped. Station locks break in 60. Crew swarmed Voss to medpod. Efficient. No fuss. Safi gripped Cal's arm. Brief. Firm. You held the line. He nodded. Trust earned in void. But plots updated. Rusk's full escort vectoring. Capital-grade locks arming. Runner shuddered as it aligned. Alarms wailed. Not theirs. Runner's console lit. Keshtan barked orders and clicks. Safi translated. Freighter wakes. Breach protocols full. Slaver packs launching. Cal patched external feed. The freighter, massive gutted hulk they'd ghosted. Belched fighters. Dozens. Ragged signatures. Slaver response to Voss's snatch. Rusk's gunships wheeled, caught between. They turn on station vectors. Pursuit flipped. Slavers hammered Rusk's line. Debris bloomed. Keshtan rumbled. Window opens. Jump in 10. Call braced. Runner hummed. Warp coils charging. Safi stood shoulder to shoulder. No words. Bond sealed in action. But feed caught it. Freighter's core venting plasma. Not alarms. Screams. The ship woke. Hull splitting on captive cries. Ghostboard turned nightmare. Jump flashed. They dropped into black between stars. Voss stirred in pod. Where? Safi knelt. Safe. Cal watched station plots fade. Rusk contained slavers now. His liability bought time. Quiet competence. But with Safi, alliance hardened. Keshtan approached. Human, your Tud Drift Fox Ghost's blind spot. Pick later. Respect gleamed in alien eyes. Competence noted. Next det. Cal glanced Safi. Her ridges pulsed steady blue. Mutual. Runner accelerated toward rally sectors, but long scan pinged. Rusk's tracer drone, tailing jump wake. Chase reignited. Safi checked weapons rack. We hold. Cal grabbed a pulse rifle. Heft alien balance. Together. Director Havel Rusk paced command deck. Holos showed slaver fighters swarming his escorts. Mercer's signal vanished into jump. Alien runner signature matched intel. Vera's clan. Liability. He growled. Full trace. Lock that Xeno ship. But feeds shifted. Freighter's cells broadcasted. Hundreds of captives chained. Voss's snatch cracked it open. Rusk paused. Leverage problem. Or opportunity. Back aboard runner. Cal sealed bulkhead. Tracer drone closed. Weapons hot. Safi mapped its weak vents. Your cold kill trick. We ghost again? He nodded. Cold kill the runner. Drift into its blind spot. Keshtan hesitated. Crew risk. Human normal. Safi cut in. Extraordinary yield. Commander nodded. Power dumped. Runner went dark. Drone overshot. Scanners blind. Cal's hand stayed steady on rifle. Trust built. Sacrifice returned. Tracer circled back. Cal fired grapnel through ventral hatch. Silent pull inside before it woke screaming. They boarded the drone like ghosts. Hull breached quiet. Inside, slaver autopilot word. Cal cut it with plasma saw. Sparks dying. Safi yanked core. Dead. They jetpacked out. Drone tumbled limp. Runner powered hot. Jump clear. Voss woke fully. You saved me. Cal shrugged. Safi's up. Alien girl met his eyes. Ours. Keshtan hailed station. Neutral band. Slaver data packet incoming. Det square. Rusk's face appeared. Safi's vibrocutter scraped the cell door's lock. Human alloy resisted. The tool whined, overheated, and died. Cal pushed past her. Stand back. He yanked his plasma torch from his belt. The slaver freighter's corridor hummed with distant alarms. Red strobes painted their shadows long. Cal's gloved fingers danced over the controls. Blue flame bit into the lock plate. Safi crouched low, rifle trained on the junction ahead. Her iridescent scales caught the light, Vera clan markings etched fresh since their pod days. Hurry. Patrol cycle ends. Torch chewed metal. Molten slag dripped. Cal smelled ozone, felt heat lick his visor. 8 years since he gave her that escape seat. Now she dragged him into her clan's debt run. Slaver data packet bought them this window. Rusk's station traced every move, but captives first. Lock popped. Door groaned open. Inside, Voss huddled, emaciated human engineer, chains on wrists. His eyes widened at Cal's silhouette. Mercer? They said you jumped. Later, Cal sliced the chains. Sparks showered Voss's rags. Can you move? Voss staggered up, legs buckled. Cal caught him, slung one arm over his shoulder. Heavy, malnourished. Safi scanned the corridor. Clear. Shaft access 50 meters. They shuffled out. Cal's boots thudded soft on grated deck. Voss wheezed, breath ragged. Slaver freighter thrummed, engines straining under Rusk's blockade. Footsteps echoed from the cross corridor. Slaver patrol. 3 figures, stun batons glowing. Safi raised her rifle. Ooh, suppress? Cal shook his head. Too loud, bulkhead seal on alert. He propped Voss against the wall. Cover me. He darted forward, plasma torch low. First slaver rounded the corner, scaled brute, eyes narrowing. Cal slashed upward, torch severed the baton. Slaver howled. Second slaver fired. Stun burst lanced blue-white. Cal twisted. It grazed his pauldron, numbed his arm. He rammed the torch into the brute's chest plate. Armor melted. Slaver dropped. Third slaver lunged at Voss. Baton arced down. Cal dove. Burst hit his back full force. Electricity ripped through his suit. Muscles locked. He crashed to the deck, rifle skidding away. Vision blurred. Corridor spun. Safi's shots cracked. Precise, silent suppressors. Third slaver jerked, slumped. She sprinted over, hauled Voss upright. Ksh, ksh, he gasped. Fought numbness. Clear. Go. Safi yanked him up by his harness. Her forearms clamped like vices. 2 on him, 2 steadying Voss. No, alarms blared. Bulkheads groaned, slamming shut ahead. Red emergency lights pulsed. Slaver reinforcements inbound. Cal's legs dragged. Stun aftershocks fired nerves. Shaft. No. Safi pivoted. Maintenance hatch loomed, half-sealed by dropping plates. She kicked it wide, boosted Voss inside first. He clawed up the ladder, chains rattling loose. Bulkhead slammed inches from Cal's boot, sealed them in a narrowing kill box. Safi hoisted Cal bodily. Her musculature bunched, Veyra's strength, alien leverage. She lifted him and Voss together, jammed them into the shaft. Cal's shoulders scraped rungs. Pain flared. Climb, she grunted, following. Her tail lashed, pushing debris aside. Cal hauled Voss upward. Shaft narrowed, vents hissing coolant. Voss slipped. Cal grabbed his ankle. Pulled. Hold. Pursuit thundered below. Slaver voices barked. Alien gutturals, stun charges whining. Safi sealed the hatch behind. Tracer beacon active. Keshtan inbound. They crawled. Sweat stung Cal's eyes inside his helmet. Stun locked his left side. Voss panted ahead. Why risk this? Rusk'll impound your runner. Det, Safi said from below. Her voice echoed tight. Call gave seat. Clan repays. Cal snorted. 8 years. He'd scavenged hulks since. Quiet life. Now her repay tangled him in slaver guts. But Voss's data, slaver routes, could flip Rusk's blockade. Shaft widened into a service bay. Voss tumbled out first. Cal followed, arm numb dead. Safi dropped beside him, rifle ready. Bay doors hissed. Slaver drones whirred in. 2, scanning. Safi fired. 1 drone sparked, veered. Second locked on Cal. Stun! Webb deployed. Cal rolled Voss behind a crate. Webb crackled past. He snatched his dropped rifle, fired, burst. Drone exploded in shards. Safi dragged him up, runner dock forward. Breach imminent. They ran. Voss limped between. Corridors branched maze-like. Safi's implants glowed. Holomap overlay. Bulkhead cycled red. Rusk's trace, or slavers locking down. Shortcut, Safi said. She plasma cut a side panel. Steam jetted, inside. Power conduits hummed. Tight squeeze. Cal wedged first, rifle slung. Voss followed. Safi last, her frame scraping. Conduit sparked. Overload warning flashed Cal's HUD. Out, he barked. They burst into engineering subdeck. Runner's grapnel signal pulsed. Dock 2 levels up. Slaver klaxons wailed. Footfalls closed. Safi pointed. Ladder cluster. Voss climbed slow. Cal boosted him. Stun throbbed. Vision tunneling. Safi gripped Cal's shoulder. You shielded. Like Pod. Instinct. He waved her on. Get Voss clear. Halfway up, deck shuddered. Explosions rocked. Rusk's escorts hitting the freighter. Slavers breached below. Bolts whined. Safi fired down. Pinned. Cal covered. His shots pinged armor. One slaver dropped. Voss reached top. Yanked hatch. Clear. Safi climbed past Cal. Her tail coiled, urging. Deck buckled. Hull breach alarm screamed. Vacuum tugged. Cal slipped. Rungs snapped under stun-weak grip. He dangled, boots kicking void edge. Call! Safi lunged down. 4 hands clamped his harness. Slavers swarmed ladder base. Stuns flashed. Hold! Cal yelled. Weight pulled her too. Leave me. Same order as before. Go. She ignored. Clamped tether from her belt. Magnetic clamp bit his suit. Winch whirred. She dragged him up. Muscles straining. Scales rippling under strain. Slaver stun grazed her leg. She grunted. Fired one-handed. Brute tumbled. Cal's fingers found rung. Pulled with her. Voss hauled from above. They crested. Hatch slammed shut. Runner's airlock beckoned. Keshtan silhouetted. Inside. Jump prepped. Safi shoved Cal through first. Tether snapped taut as she followed. Airlock cycled. Freighter receded on view screen. Slaver fighters swarmed. Rusk's voice crackled open channel. Mercer, stand down. You're carrying leverage. Cal sealed his helmet breach. Safi met his eyes. No words. Tether still linked them. Debt squared or just starting? Keshtan powered jump core.
Strap. Pursuit hot.
Voss slumped in Excel couch. Data secure. But Rusk. Cal cut him. Safi's call. She nodded once. Runner blurred to stars. Trust held. Sacrifice looped back. Rusk's voice blasted through the freighter's vents. Attention all decks. Cal Mercer is a traitor to the station. He's harboring alien infiltrators. Lethal force authorized. Shoot on sight. Cal Mercer crouched in the dim engineering subpanel, heart steady despite the klaxon wail. His fingers danced across exposed wiring. Practical work, no panic. He shunted auxiliary power from life support backups, non-critical on this rust bucket freighter, into the fire suppression grid. Sparks flew. A whoosh echoed down the corridor as halon gas dumped into empty bays. Alarms shifted pitch. Fire protocols overrode security lockdown. Response teams scattered. Boots thundered past the junction. Shouts muffled by masks. Sector 7. Multiple blazes. Cal sealed the panel. 30 seconds bought. He gripped his scavenged stun pistol. Junction clear for now. Safi, he whispered into his suit comm. Gap open. Move. Her voice crackled back, clipped and calm. Forearms equivalent in her species' scaled frame made her a ghost in tight spaces. Copy. Negotiating extension. Hold junction. Cal pressed against the bulkhead, his viewpoint. Flickering red strobes. Acrid smoke sting in his nose. Freighter decks groaned under strain. Rusk's station had impounded this hauler for inspection, but slaver markings said otherwise. Cal had survived the initial raid by playing dead in salvage bays. Quiet competence. Hard boundaries. Until Safi showed, years after he'd given her that escape pod seat. Debt repaid in steel and fire. Footsteps echoed. 2 security grunts rounded the corner, visors down. Cal fired first. Stun bolt caught the lead in the neck. Man dropped. Second swung rifle. Cal rolled, shoulder checked the deck. Bolt scorched plating. He snapped up. Double tap to the chest. Both down. Hold complete, he said. Clock ticking. Safi's calm hissed. Keshtan's gravel tone overlaid hers. Alien shipmaster runner docked covertly at the freighter's outer arm. Safi Vera. 1 minute gap is maximum. My crew risks exposure for your sentiment. No more. Shipmaster. Safi replied, voice edged like a vibroblade. Mercer vacated pod for me. 1 life. Now we extract 2. Gap where I burn bridges here. Silence stretched. Cal wiped sweat. Smoke thickened. Distant shouts. Fire's false. Regroup on Mercer. Keshtan grunted. 50 seconds. Runner vents aligned. Coordinates sent. Loyalty noted, not gambled. Acknowledged. Safi burst from the side vent, tail lashing. Her scales gleamed dull under emergency lights, stun rifle slung low. Voss trailed. Station data tech she'd grabbed en route, pale and wheezing. Cal, bay ahead. Breach protocol. Cal nodded. No words wasted. He led, pistol sweeping corners, corridor narrowed to the open bay. Freighter's cargo void, exposed to space minus the outer hull seal. Rusk's team sealed it post-raid. Pursuit closed, armored thuds behind. Vacuum cross, Cal said. My lead. Humans breathed void work like breakfast. Aliens admired it. Safi's kind sealed suits tighter, but lacked the gut instinct for naked spin. He slapped his helmet seal. Gauge dropped. Atmo venting. Bay doors yawned black. No gravity tether. Cal kicked off, body arrow straight. Stars wheeled beyond the transparent patch. Freighter rotated slow. Coriolis tugged. He adjusted, muscle memory from salvage runs. Magnetic boots skimmed the far bulkhead. Vented air pocket shimmered ahead. Micro leaks from slaver damage. A bubble of breathable fog. Safi followed, precise jets from her pack. Voss flailed. Suit thrusters wild. Caught! Cal arrowed back. Gloved hand snagged Voss's harness mid-spin. Pulled hard. Man's momentum swung them both, but Cal planted boots. Locked mag clamps. Breathe. Follow my line. He hauled Voss through the pocket. Icy mist coated his visor. Sensors pinged. Hull stress rising. Safi covered rear. Her rifle barked. Stuns lit the bay. Pursuers at the threshold hesitated. Suits half-sealed. They're pinned, she said. Pocket secure. Vent access topward. Cal shoved Voss into the duct maw. Narrow squeeze. Fins bent. He wedged in after, shoulders scraping. Safi last, tail coiling to fit. Darkness swallowed them. Crawl space hummed. Power relays thrummed. Rusk's broadcast pierced again, ship-wide. Mercer confirmed in Bay 12. Trader carries alien operative, Safi Vera. High-value leverage. Freighter crew. Armories open. Lethal rounds. No prisoners. Cal froze mid-crawl. Every gun on the ship. Crew weren't all station loyalists. Freighter hands hated Rusk's lockdown. But Mercer's name, branded traitor for one choice, yielding that pod seat cycles ago, saved Safi, cost him rep. Now this, Voss gasped ahead. They're turning the crew, doors unsealing. Keep moving, Cal said. Discipline held his voice. Ahead, ladder dropped to outer arms. Runner's airlock pulsed green on his HUD. Keshton's gap closing. Safi's hand brushed his boot, silent urge. Forward. They spilled into the access shaft. Deck shuddered. Freighter engines spooled, evasive weave. No. Rusk's docking clamps. Pursuit swarmed vents behind. Cal yanked the hatch override. Sparks. Clear. Safi climbed past. Her tail coiled. Urging. Deck buckled. Hull breach alarm screamed. No. That was later. Focus now. They dropped ladder rungs, stunfire nipping heels. Slaver holdouts. Rusk's leverage pets swarmed the base. Scales like Safi's, but twisted with mods. Call! Safi lunged down as his rung snapped. Vacuum tugged his stun-weak grip. But rewind held. They reached the lock first. Runner's silhouette loomed. Keshton barked over open. Cycle now! Cal shoved Voss through. Safi tethered him. Magnetic bite. Winch hauled as stuns flashed. Det squared? No. Rusk's freighter gun cycled hot. Pursuit, inbound. Runner's jump core whined. They strapped. Stars blurred. But Rusk's final crackle chased. Mercer, you carry leverage. Stand down or we trek. Cal sealed breach. Safi met his eyes, tether linked. Trust forged in void cross and false fires. Keshton powered core. Strap tight. Pursuit vectors locked. Voss slumped. Data's ours. But Rusk knows Runner's signature. Safi's call, Cal said. She nodded. Runner jumped. Freighter receded. But station beacons lit pursuit signatures. Alliance tested. Every gun believed the label. Now they hunted as one. Cal flexed hands. Competence quiet. Boundaries shifted. Loyalty chose. Deck lights dimmed to jump blue. Safi leaned close, voice low. Seat debt paid. He glanced her scales. Rippling calm. Starts even. What's next? Her tail flicked. Smile equivalent. Extraction complete. Station awaits payback. Alarms pinged. Tails closing. Keshtan snarled from bridge. Humans extraordinary. Voidwalk shames my crew. But Rusk fields fighters. Plot evasion. Call unstrapped. Reroute my way. False trails. Safi gripped his arm. 4 fingers firm. Mutual respect sealed. Freighter guns believed traitor. Runner crew saw protector. Sacrifice looped. Hard-earned bond ignited. Pursuit closed. Cal plotted power shunt. Action called. Safi watched. Tail steady. Trust built. Choice held. Hull trembled. Fighters inbound. Cal's fingers flew again. False fire? No. False jump signature. Scatter them. Power surged. Alarms wailed anew. Keshtan approved. Human ingenuity. Execute. Runner ghosted vectors. T-sparks flew as Cal's welder bit into the tug's hull. Metal hissed under the makeshift heat shield. He braced one boot against the deck strut, sweat stinging his eyes through the visor. Pursuit signatures blinked red on his wrist display. Rusk's fighters closing fast. Safi hauled Voss toward the crash couch. The captive's limp form dragged across the deck. Her 4-fingered hands locked under his arms, scales rippling with strain. Strapped. Secure him. Cal killed the welder. Shield held. Barely. A scavenged plate from the freighter's bay fused in place. It would take re-entry heat, maybe. Tether check. Launch in 60. Alarms wailed from the runner's bridge feed. Keshtan's voice cut through. Fighters inbound. Vectors locked on your bay. I swing now. Cal slapped his helmet seal. Tug's airlock cycled. Safi shoved Voss into the couch harness. Straps clicked tight. She spun to Cal. Tail flicked sharp. Alert. Core hot. Your hands fly this. He dropped into the pilot's nest. Controls hummed under his palms. Fingers danced across the board. Tug thrummed alive. Bay doors. Rusk's goons sealed them. Safi vaulted beside him. Her claws punched over rides. Breached earlier. Runner's shadow buys window. Hull shuddered. Runner's engines roared external. Keshtan banked hard. His ship sliced between the tug bay and the lead fighter swarm. Railgun fire stitched the void. Incoming rounds splashed off runner's shields. Launch. I hold them. Cal punched throttles. Tug lurched free. Bay doors yawned open. Freighter's silhouette loomed massive. Fighters peeled off runner, lasers raking her flanks. Keshtan snarled over comms. Humans extraordinary. Your debt? We match it now. Safi gripped the crash frame. Slingshot wake, plot it. Cal nodded, eyes locked on scopes. Freighter's exhaust plume boiled ahead, a gravity whip ready. He rolled the tug into the stream. Engines clawed against the drag. G-forces spike, brace. Tug bucked. Hull groaned. Heat shield glowed cherry red already. Fighters looped back, missiles blooming hot on tails. Cal jinked hard. One round clipped the freighter's flank instead, too close. Safi's tail coiled around his leg brace. Steady anchor. Deeper, rip free. He fed power. Tug surfed the wake's edge. Momentum built. Freighter's mass slingshotted them clear. Stars wheeled. They ripped into open black velocity screaming. But a missile streaked true. Impact rocked the tail. Alarms shrieked. Port thruster redlined. Spin building. Cal yanked sticks. Hands shook. Adrenaline locked his elbows. Panic clawed. Stop the spin, kill thrust. Safe bet. Live to fight Rusk later. Safi lunged. Her hands pinned his to the controls. Scales warm, grip iron. 4 fingers crushed his tremor still. Burn through. Trust the arc? Eyes met. Her ridges flared. Command, not plea. Cal exhaled. Thumbs stabbed burn commit. Engines howled. Tug straightened. Spin bled off. Missile debris pinged the hull. Pursuit faded astern. Runner ghosted parallel. Shields flickering from the buyout. Keshtan's voice crackled. Clean vector. Jump point in 5. Rusk's data? Secured. Voss groaned from the couch. Plates. All yours. Director's blind now. Cal eased throttles. Hands steadied under Safi's hold. She released slow. Tail uncoiled. You fly true. Seat debt even. He glanced her scales. Ripples eased to calm blue. Wasn't about debt. You chose back. Freighter dwindled. Station beacons pulsed ahead. Rusk's net. Fighters regrouped, but runners' false signatures scattered them. Cal plotted microjumps. Tug's core whined charge. Safi leaned in, voice low, accent thick. Rusk sees leverage. You, liability. We changed that. Cal flexed fingers. Competence hummed quiet. Boundaries blurred. Your handler risks crew. Why? Keshton no sacrifice. Voidwalk shamed us once. Her eyes gleamed. You gave seat. We give lives. Tug banked subtle. Sensors pinged clean. Voss stirred. Rusk fields more. Blacksite codes in packet. Cal slotted the data crystal. Scans confirmed. Extraction reroute. Tug holds Atmo burn. Station's payback waits. Alarms pinged faint. Distant pursuit. Keshton vectored cover. Human ingenuity wins voids. Runner escorts. Safi's hand rested on his shoulder. Forefingers firm. Mutual respect locked. Cal punched jump prep. Hull trembled anew. Trust forged, not in words, but welds and burns. Deck lights dimmed blue. Safi watched scopes, tail steady. They hunt, label, we hunt choice. Cal grinned faint. Loyalty chooses. Fly with me? Her ridges flared approval. Always. Jump core sang. Stars stretched. Runner matched pace. Fighters trailed false ghosts. But Rusk's signature bloomed new. Capital guns priming. Tug scopes lit hot. Cal's hands flew again. Evasion plot. Power shunt false trail. Safi nodded. Pinned ready if shakes returned. No panic this time. Hull heat faded. Shield cooled. Voss's data burned bright. Alliance tested fire. Cal's quiet competence met Safi's disciplined steel. Pursuit closed fractional. Keshton swung wide. By your burn. Call committed. Tug ripped void. Bonds ignited hard. Station loomed. Payback called. Safi's voice cut sharp. Incoming wing. Slingshot again? He rolled into it. Your call. Tail-flicked smile. Hands braced his. Trust built. Choice held. Missiles trailed plasma. Tug danced edges. Rip free. Again. Keshton covered flawless. Aliens extraordinary in command. Humans? In grit. Cal burned clean. Shakes gone. Her pin proved it. Debt? Paid forward. Runner signaled sync. Jump window. Open. They leaped. Void swallowed tails. Station receded safe, but Rusk knew signatures. Payback brewed. Cal unstrapped partial. Met Safi's gaze. Next. Live to fly. Her scales rippled warm. Together. Loyalty chose. Alliance earned. Quiet competence met steel resolve. Sacrifice looped true. Voss chuckled weak. Extraordinary pair. Cal flexed hands. Boundaries gone. Starts even. Safi's tail coiled alliance. Extraction complete, but alarms whispered new. Rusk's net tightened, distant. Action called anew. Cal plodded ahead, fingers steady. She kept him flying, always. Hull settled, jump blue faded. Stars held steady. Trust won the void. Cal gripped the medbay hatch release. It hissed open. Voss slumped in the restraint chair, pale and wheezing. Cal hoisted him over one shoulder. The alien girl's tail brushed his arm. Safi, steady as ever. Keshton's runner shuttle had synced perfect to the neutral station's outer ring. No time for cheers. Medtechs swarmed. Human and alien mix. Badges neutral. Cal dumped Voss onto the scan bed. Stabilize him. Spacer poisoning from bad air scrubbers. A tech nodded, probes humming to life. Cal pulled his wrist recorder. Activated full log. Rusk's broadcast crackled through station comms. Live, station-wide. Attention, all vessels. Salvage Tug ID Mercer. 7. Stand down. You're harboring fugitives. Surrender the asset, or face blockade. Rusk's face filled the holofeed. Hard eyes, security chief insignia gleaming. This is human space. Aliens don't dictate terms here. Captured every word. Captured every word. Evidence stacked now. Voss's data chip. Pursuit logs. This threat. He pocketed the device. Safi watched from the hatch. Scales tight. Her eyes met his. No words needed. Go submit those logs, Cal said. I'll handle testimony. She nodded once. Tail flicked approval. Slipped into the corridor. Keshtan loomed behind her, armored bulk filling the frame. Human grit holds. We cover flanks. His voice rumbled through translator. Call clapped his shoulder. Felt the give in alien muscle. Tough but human hands still fit. Medtechs cleared Voss. Cal signed the handoff. Station alarms pinged low. Rusk's net closing virtual. He strode out, followed Safi's trail to admin deck. Neutral ground, but humans ran security feeds. Glass walls, human authorities circling. 2 suits grilled her. No immunity demanded. She tapped her wrist pad. Mission logs beamed over. Timestamps, sensor ghosts, pursuit vectors, pure data. Your Vera, the seat deader? Lead suit sneered. Why extract Voss? He's leverage. Safi's tail stayed coiled. Det calls action. Voss held key codes. Rusk silences threats. Her English clipped. Precise. Years of drills showed. Cal pushed through the door. I testify. All eyes snapped. He synced his recorder, played Rusk's broadcast. Hollow bloomed, Chief's face snarling orders. Suits leaned in. Proof, Cal said. Rusk pursued across neutral lanes. Fired on my tug. Safi's team saved my hull. Lead suit frowned. Mercer, the pod saver. Records match. He glanced at Safi. Logs verify. But your alien op? Keshtan's runner? Repayment? Safi said. Human chose sacrifice. We choose alliance. Cal stepped forward. Boundaries blurred now. His tug, their command. I offer the Mercer. 7. Joint rescue work. Under Keshtan. Words hung. Suits blinked. Alien girl's scales rippled faint surprise. Keshtan entered then. Filled the bay. Crew complements skill. Human improvise. We execute precision. He tapped his console. Shared schematics. Runner mods. Tug sync ports. Collaboration blueprint. Lead suit rubbed his chin. Rusk's got pull. Station chief. But evidence piled. Voss's chip decrypted live codes, exposing Rusk's black market runs. Leverage flipped. Provisional, suit said. Joint ops approved. Under oversight, Safi exhaled. Scales warmed gold. Cal felt it. Trust locked. He pulled the old token from his pocket, the pin she'd given mid-extraction. Simple metal, etched with her clan mark, det symbol. She took it. Fingers brushed his cool scales, firm grip. Replaced it with a new badge. Hollow laminate gleamed. Crew, Mercer. 7 listed. Keshtan command. His name etched beside hers. Runner insignia bound them. Cal clipped it on. Weight settled right. Starts even. Her tail coiled his wrist. Brief, possessive, live to fly. Together, Keshtan grunted approval. Humans choose bold. Aliens honor it. Suits cleared them. Corridor hummed. Station docks waited. Cal's tug sat primed. Runner latched tandem. Rusk's broadcast looped threats. Blockade forming outer markers, but Voss breathed steady in medbay. Logs sealed fates. Cal hit the ramp. Safi matched stride. Keshtan took point. Alarms spiked. Rusk's interceptors inbound. Pursuit renewed. Slingshot vector? Safi asked, eyes sharp. Cal grinned, flexed steady hands. Your call. He chose this crew, this void. Sacrifice looped home. They burned out. Tug ripped free first. Runner shadowed flawless. Missiles trailed hot. Cal rolled evasive. Safi's hands braced his console. Trust absolute. Keshtan vectored cover fire. Plasma bloomed. Human grit danced edges. Alien steel cut clean. Bonds ignited harder. Rusk's net shattered fractional. They punched clear. Stars wheeled. New logs compiled. Joint win. Cal glanced at the badge. Glowed crew true. He gave up a seat once. Now he picked his place, among stars. With her, but comms crackled incoming. Rusk's voice, furious. Mercer, you think this ends? Safi's tail smiled. Next burn calls. Cal committed throttle. Alliance roared alive. Void theirs. Loyalty chose. Det? Forward forever. Director Havel Rusk paced his command deck. Maps flickered red. Tug and runner ghosts, slipped again. Leverage wasted. He slammed console. Cal Mercer, quiet liability, turned asset. Aliens twisted it worse. Scramble wings, Rusk barked, pin them. But station oversight pinged denial. Evidence viral. Joint ops greenlit, his black codes exposed. Rusk glared void. Humans humble? This one burned extraordinary. Cal's tug led now. Safi plotted jumps. Keshtan synced fleets. Rescue calls stacked. Stranded spacers, alien wrecks, they answered. First op, dropped hot. Mining hauler, pirate clamped. Cal micro burned in. Disruptor pulse from tug gutted clamps. Safi boarded runner fast. Extracted crew. Human and alien mix. Pirates scattered. Keshtan mopped precise. Crew cheered. Cal waved it off. Competence, not show. Badge warmed against chest. Safi leaned close post-op. Sacrifice earned this. Her scales brushed his arm. Bond deepened. He nodded. Choice holds. Rusk's shadows lingered, but alliance hardened. Human compassion met alien resolve. Survival wove tight. Next distress pinged. Heavy cruiser down. Core breach. Cal plotted approach. Tight window. Safi's eyes locked. Together, they dove. Fire kissed hulls. Trust won flames. Extraction pulled 12. Cheers echoed holds. Cal unstrapped. Met her gaze. Boundaries, dust. Keshtan clasped arms. Human normal, extraordinary fuel. Cal flexed hands. Shake's myth now. She kept him flying. Always. But Rusk brewed deeper. Fleet signatures masked. Payback brewed black. Cal checked scopes. Fingers steady, incoming heavy. Safi's tail coiled ready. Hour void. He burned committed. Crew badge gleamed. He chose here, belonged. Pursuit closed. Alliance ignited. Sacrifice returned. Loyalty forged steel.